Tired of juggling software solutions? Are you seeking a seamless way to offer software as a service to your clients? Look no further. Hi, I am Nishtha, introducing Odoo SaaSkit, your ultimate solution. With Odoo SaaSkits, effortlessly create subscription-based service models tailored to your client's needs. Showcase customizable plans with specific Odoo models directly on your website. Customers can easily purchase their desired plans and receive instant login details via email or through their Odoo website account. But wait, there is more. With Odoo SaaSkit, you have the flexibility to configure your remote servers for your clients, ensuring scalability and performance. And with the ability to prioritize servers within each plan, you have full control over your SaaS infrastructure. Now let's jump into the workflow. But before that, make sure to subscribe to our channel and tap the notification bell to stay updated with the latest content.
As you can see, we are on the Odoo backend panel, and with the help of email and the password, we're going to log in. Click on login. And first of all, we're going to see the configuration part. So for that, we'll navigate towards the configuration option. Here you can see the option of configuration. Then we'll click on SaaS server. For creating a new one, you just have to click on this new option. Then write down the name, host servers, that is same or remote server. Write down the server domain, that is the main URL. Choose the maximum allowed clients, number of clients, module installation limit. Here you have to enter the database server details. For example, you want to host or install this instance on any other server, so you can go for the remote server option. Once you opt for the remote server option, you have to enter these details of SSH, and after that you can just click on the save option. So now I will show you how it will going to reflect once you have entered the details. Like the first one is same server, that is self. It will going to reflect like this. And the next one is remote server. We'll choose this, and from there you can see the details, and we'll also check the connection by clicking on this test connection option. Connection successful, that means the connection have been successfully done. Click on OK. Next we'll move towards the module categories, like how we can create the module categories or modules. So we'll click on this module categories. Here we have the option of new. Click on new. Then write down the category name and choose the parent category which is required. Then save this option, and moving back, we'll see how we can create a module. So we'll click on this modules option, and here you can see the list of the modules which are already there as per the versions. For creating a new module, just click on this new option. Write down the module name, the exact technical name of your module, description, module category you can choose from the drop down, Odoo version, write down the price, module type. We have two options. The first one is core module and the second one is custom module. Core module, if in case the module is of existing Odoo only, so you can go for the core module, and if it is of another third party, so you can go for the custom module. Now we'll move back. And next we'll see how we can create an Odoo version. So we'll navigate towards the configuration again and click on this Odoo version. Here you can see the list of the existing Odoo versions. For creating a new one, click on this new and give the title name, version code. If you are willing to provide your customer on remote server, so you can opt for this option. Once you are opting for this option, you have to enter the server details, and then you have to manage the priority accordingly. Again, moving back, you can check it will reflect like this. Now we'll check how we can create a SaaS plan. So for that, we'll click on this SaaS option, then click on SaaS plans. Here you can see the list of the SaaS plans which we have already created previously. For creating a new one, just click on this new option, write down the name, SaaS server, provide Odoo version. If in case you want, click on this provide Odoo version and can opt any of the Odoo version which you want. Odoo version code, and if you are willing to provide your customer on remote server, just click on this deploy clients on remote server. The next we have plan settings. From here you can manage your plan settings, default billing cycle, in how much time you want the billing cycle should be done, Complimentary free days, if you want to provide free days, so you can just enter the number of days there. User based pricing, if you want, so you can opt for this option as well. Then you have to enter the minimum number of users, maximum number of users, product for user calculation, and on this basis only the pricing will be calculated. The next we have SaaS domain URL. Here you have to enter the domain URL. Then the related modules options are there. From there you can add the modules whichever required in your plans. So here you have the list of the modules. You can choose any of the modules or whatever modules you want from there and can select them. The next one is install modules. Here you can check the status of the modules which you have added to your plans, that it is installed or uninstalled. Related products, from there you can check the product which you have added to your plan. Now again moving back, here you can see the existing one. It will look like something this if you are going to enter all these details. Like the related modules, we have added these modules to our plan. Installed modules, the status you can check from there, and the product which we have added to our plan. Now we'll see how we can create a new product and can add to our SaaS plan. So for that, we'll navigate towards our home menu option and then click on sales. There you can see the option of products. Again, click on products. Here is the list of the products which are already there or which is existing. For creating a new product, just click on this new option. And there you have to write down the product name. Then next option is consumable, like product type. You have to choose the service from there. Once you opt for the service option, we have the option of SaaS. From there, you can add your product to your SaaS plan from the drop down menu. Again, moving back to our general information. Here you have to provide these information of your product. Next, we'll see how we can add an attribute or variance to our product. So for that, we'll click on this attribute and variance. Here you have the option of add a line. Just click on this, and from the drop down you can choose the attributes for your particular product, and you can also customize the attribute. From the drop down you have the option of the configurable options like monthly, quarterly or yearly, and then after that you have to just click on this save option. The product will be saved and will be added to your SaaS plan. Now we'll again move back to our SaaS kit option. And now we'll check how we can create a contract. We'll open the SaaS plan from there, and here you have the option of create contract. Just click on this create contract option. Choose the details like invoice, product, partner, purchase date, and if you want to create invoice automatically, so you can opt for the automatically create next invoice option and then click on this create. The contract has been created. Now we have to create and confirm the client. But first of all, we have to choose the domain name, or we have to enter the domain name. If in case you want to create a custom domain, so you can just opt for this use custom domain option, and make sure the DNS entries should be made prior to adding the domain here. Please ensure the domain is pointed to the IP. So you can enter the custom domain as per your requirement. Otherwise, you can just add a subdomain there. Now click on create and confirm client. The contract have been created. The client has been confirmed. So we can just click on this client option. And here we have 4 options like login, restart, stop, create backup process. If in case you want to log in directly, you can easily click on this login and can easily log in. For restarting this, just click on this restart. For stopping it, just click on this stop option. And for creating a backup process, you can just click on this create backup process. This is how you can manage this. And now we'll see how we can manage it as a customer, or how we can create a contract as a customer as well. Again, we're going to add the email and the password. Once you enter the email and the password, you will redirect towards the home page. And here we have the option of shop. Click on this shop. And now we can see the product list from there. Whichever product we want to purchase, we'll just click on this product option there. And here we have to choose the type of subscription there. add to cart, view cart, and then pay. Again click on pay option. Thank you for your order. The payment has been done and the order has been placed. Once you have placed this order, you will have received a mail on your email ID. From there you can create your domain. As you can see, we have received an email, and by clicking on this create your domain, you will redirect towards this page, and here you have to write down the subdomain for your domain name. Then click on this select and continue. Instance successfully created, and from there we can easily reset the password for our instance as well. Just click on this reset password, write down the new password for your instance, then confirm the password from there and click on sign up. This is how you can easily log into your instance by resetting the password. Now again moving back to our account, here we'll navigate towards our my account option. There we have the option of SaaS contracts. Click on this. Here you can see the list of the contracts which you have purchased up till now, and in case if you want to add an app in between the contract, so you can also do this by clicking on this contract option, and here we have the option of add apps. Just click on this add apps. Now we have the list of the apps, whichever app we want to add. Just click on this and click on add apps. The amount for this apps will be calculated in the next billing cycle, and for creating a new subdomain, you can just click on this add domain, and there you can write the domain name and click on this select and continue. You will be able to create a new subdomain. From there, by scrolling down, we have the option of login. From there, we can easily directly log into our instance without entering the password. And the next option we have is backup. If you want to create a backup, you can just click on this create backup process and you will be able to create a backup. Now we'll show you a new feature which we have added right now, that is expired SaaS contract lifecycle. So for that, we'll have to again back towards to our backend panel. Here you can see we are on the backend panel again, and on the left hand side there is the home menu option. Again navigate towards this and click on settings. There we have the Odoo SaaSkit option. Click on this, and now you can see enable contract expiry reminder. That means if you enable this, you will be able to send your customers a reminder mail before their contracts is getting expired, and you have to enter the number of days before which you want to share the email to your customer there. The next is send expiry warning to expired SaaS contracts. If in case you want to send an email to your customers whose contracts has been expired, so you can just opt for this option. You can share the email to the paid contract and for the trial contract as well. Click on this, and here you have to write down the number of renewed reminders ends after how many days, number of expiry mails, how many mails you have to share. Like for example, I am entering 9 there and entering 9 here also. So that means one mail we're going to share to your customer each day. Automatic disable expired SaaS client instances. If you want, you can opt for this option, and it will going to delete the client instance with the number of days or after the number of days which you have entered there. So this is how you can easily manage your SaaSkit and the expiry details as well.
Ready to unlock limitless possibilities? Get started with Odoo SaaSkit today. Found the video helpful? Do press the like button and share your views in the comment section below. Got a questions or need help? Feel free to contact us at support@webcool.com or raise a ticket at webcool.uvdesk.com. See you all in the next video. Till then, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.